Hey, KT. Good news. I'm sharing it with my special you first, before Mom and Sister and even Big Ron. Yep, the Ronster himself. The promotion came through. I'll be coming to New York in a week to look for a place. I wonder if there's a tour guide there who I might lean on for help in finding digs? Anybody whose first name is Catherine and last name is Travis? All those months on the road, Tokyo, Taipei, Singapore, dreaming of seeing you in person, those are all over now. So, our first date. The Impressionist rooms at the Met. Then dinner? Is that place Tavern on the Green still open? In Central Park, right? I remember it from some romantic movie a long time ago. And I always thought if I met Miss Right, I'd want to go there on our first date. Kiss sprinkles on the head for me. Sleep well. I'll see you soon. Can't wait. Love, Brad. The problem with Ted Bundy, with Jeffrey Dahmer, with John Wayne Gacy, was that they took lives. It was a foolish truism that serial killers kill, yet one with far-reaching implications for the practitioner. Well, the victims too, but that was their problem. Murder, Ed Gable believed, was troublesome for one particular reason, and not that it was treated by the police as a big fucking deal and brought the resources of law enforcement to bear, stifling one's lethal output. The Big Four, Luis Garavito, Pedro Lopez, Javed Iqbal, and Mikhail Popkov, collectively dispatched more than 400 victims, eluding cops for years. Now, the problem was artistic. A few hours of fear and torture, or maybe not even that, and then bleed out and blissful sleep. His goal was to make the pain last much, much longer. Gable, with black hair gelled down, clean-shaven as always, was working from home today. A modest apartment with a rich man's view. The swath of green that was the Battery and the harbor beyond. He was wearing boxer shorts and a blue T-shirt on his slim frame. 2 computers were open. On the right was the one he used for the apps and emails to his dates. Far from jobs whose practitioners he disguised himself as when hunting, he worked at Legrand, Sims, and Emerson, where he was a star in the arbitrage department. The very word scared people, who believed it was some magic, unfathomable process deep in society's economic heart that cheated them and put their retirements and mortgages at risk. In fact, arbitrage was mundane in the extreme and economically sound, simply buying something in one market and selling it for profit in another. Gable used software he'd written himself to make such trades in milliseconds. A math genius, he could do this quickly and then return to his true calling, which Jung referred to as the shadow self. After his troublesome teens and boring college years, he began studying the topics of psychopathology, specifically serial killing, in earnest. He knew that within a few years he would be prodded to act. Late 20s are the I can't hold back any longer time. Unlike some poor souls who struggle to resist the urge, Gable simply shrugged and went on to comfort the 2 problems his shadow self presented as if they were part of a time complexity analysis of the Dijkstra algorithm versus the Bellman-Ford, considering the theta E plus V log V in writing arbitrage code. Problem 1. How to prolong his victim's pain. Problem 2. How to avoid that lethal injection thing. Kidnapping and extended torture were out. How long can you make it last? And eventually, he supposed, the screaming would get to be tiresome. And the cops and true crime podcasters would be all over you. And then last year, just around the time when he felt he could resist the urge no longer, inspiration. In the form of all things, of a national public radio broadcast. It was about internet scammers, the boiler rooms in Nigeria, Ghana, Korea, and Eastern Europe, where men would target the lonely, both male and female, and wheedle money out of them. The subject of the program, a middle-aged woman who'd been taken, had sounded utterly destroyed. The idea struck him like a jolt of electricity. He would work his way into people's lives little by little, making them trust and care about him, and never ask for a penny, which would be a crime. In fact, he might offer cash to them, so there wouldn't even be a hint of anything legally wrong on his part. Perfect. The fictional character is in their lives. They know him in detail, they care for him, they love him, they depend on him. And then, wham! He delivers the truth, lapping up their horrified reactions. Words. Those would be his weapons. Like Popov's knife, or Yang Shinhai's meat cleaver, or Ted Bundy's bludgeon. Words.